Hey everybody, I think we're live. We should be good to go here. Trying to get myself situated still, although I am somewhat not too late today, but we'll be all right. I feel like I'm like super low. I'll scoot down. Well, I feel like I'm super high, but my chair's all the way at the bottom. It doesn't matter. Oh. And apparently I have myself open, which I don't want you guys to have to listen to me while I'm talking, if that makes any sense. 2 seconds. There we go. Okay, I should be closed now from my own computer. Alright, so we should be good to go now. Music's playing. Somebody's in the house. Some people. Got Scooby in the house. What's up, Scooby? We got Archer, who's not late. Good to see you, man. Hopefully, I usually getting off of work around this time, so hopefully, if you are, you're driving safe. I don't know if I'm lagging. Do I seem like I'm lagging? Doesn't matter. We got a lot to get through today. My computer is like being like crazy slow today. I'll see if it's okay. Seems okay now. Okay, so welcome to the live show. Welcome to Aaron Waller Live. Today we're going to be going through a bunch of trailers that have come out from Disney's Investor Day. They have a bunch of Star Wars stuff come out, a bunch of Marvel stuff come out, a bunch of Disney and Pixar stuff come out, and we're going to talk about some of it, at least the stuff that interests me the most. I'm sure there may be some other things down the line, but let's talk about this fun stuff first. I do have some speculation in terms of some things that we're going to talk about, which will probably be future videos, so I don't want to give you everything that I got on this one, but we're going to watch all these. I've never seen any of these trailers. I did look at some of the things. I brought up like logos, but really that's about it. There were a few trailers, but not a lot. So let's just jump right into it. We will start with I don't even know where to start. There's so much stuff. Let's start with the stuff that we don't have trailers for first. Let's start there. Well, there's one thing that I'll leave towards the end that doesn't have a trailer, but that's the most long form of the discussions to have today. So let's first start with this. So let's see if I can flip them. I flip this. Oh, they're the same size, doesn't matter. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is Lightyear. So this is something that's been a little bit controversial. So essentially what it is Pixar is making a Lightyear, Buzz Lightyear specific movie. Now this is the first look that, oops, I always do the wrong direction. Right here, this is the first look supposedly of the character of Buzz Lightyear. And supposedly not Tim Allen is going to be voicing him, but rather Chris Evans. Captain America Chris Evans, if you didn't know. There's a little bit of a big, not necessarily controversy about it, but Chris Evans did put out a tweet saying, this is not the Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story, but rather it's the Lightyear or Buzz Lightyear of some variation that toy is based on. So it's possibly going to be more of like a space adventure, not necessarily he's part of a Space Ranger Federation, whatever, because I don't think that's been officially confirmed in the Toy Story franchise other than Buzz Lightyear saying he is a Space Ranger. So going down the line, I don't know if I like this idea. I'm kind of on board because it looks cool, and I'm kind of on board because of Chris Evans, but everything else I'm kind of like, why are you making this? You could maybe make 1,001 other things. Why are you making this? Are we going to get the Woody origin story? I mean, we kind of did in Toy Story 2, but do we really need to know Buzz's background or who he's based on? Not really. I mean, I just kind of assumed he was a fictional character for the most part. So, do I really want to see it? No, but at the same time I do, just because I love the Toy Story movie so much, even though the fourth one was totally unnecessary in my opinion. Still watched it, but for the most part I feel like this, just as much as the fourth one, is kind of unnecessary, but they do have a pretty dope animation looking thing here. I gotta say it looks kind of cool. So that part I'm excited about. So that's the speculation on Buzz Lightyear, or just what's called Lightyear. Alright, moving right along. We're going to do a double talk about something. So we're gonna bring up two images here. Whoops, let's get rid of that. So we're gonna talk about Thor: Love and Thunder, aka Thor 4, and we're gonna talk about Ironheart. So Ironheart is a character, a female character that took over the mantle of Iron Man. I don't know if she just goes by Ironheart. She's not Tony Stark, but she's actually probably one of the more interesting characters because she is very tech savvy, but it's not Tony Stark. So how they're gonna introduce that character will be interesting. I was hoping, I should have looked up their names. Oh, I have my phone, hold on. I think her name's like Dominique something. I don't remember the girl's name. But I do think that they should have gotten the girl from Dr. Sleep to play this character. I feel like she just sort of has that charisma, that sort of smartass to her that very much fits in line with what an Ironheart or Tony Stark would be. So I think that would be something that would be really cool if they had her, but it's some other girl. I don't remember her name. Again, I think it's like Dominique something. But hopefully she will still do a good job. I don't think that she would do a bad job. But what's interesting about Ironheart is they kind of already set up Peter Parker as like the next Tony Stark. So how this girl is going to come into that dynamic, I think the best way to introduce her character might be through the Spider-Man franchise, if anything. Not exactly confirmed or anything like that, but just speculation. But I think if he had that sort of character to bounce back and forth off of, and then say, oh, you should have the mantle of Tony Stark in the group now and not me, and I can go do my neighborhood stuff, I think that would make a lot more sense. But again, it's all just pure speculation. And then we have Thor: Love and Thunder. So this one is Thor 4. Jane Foster's back, who was played by Natalie Portman. She's going to be taking over the mantle of Thor at some point during this. I don't know if she's going to be long-term or if she's just taking it in the interim while he's off with the Guardians of the Galaxy to some degree. Not really sure how that dynamic is going to work, but Christian Bale is going to be the villain, and it's been confirmed now that he's going to be playing, I think, Gore is the guy's name. Let me take this Ironheart thing off. You're going to see some live action change-ups. I think it's Gore, it's like Gore. Hold on, now I have to look it up. I should have been more prepared for today, but that's okay. There was a lot of information that I had to deal with. Enjoy the music. I hope you're enjoying it. Gore the God Butcher is essentially what his character is. So essentially what he is a alien to some degree, at least compared to ourselves, in which his species was more or less killed or some type of like genocide type of thing, I think. I don't think it had anything to do with Thanos, but if it comes in relation to that, it wouldn't surprise me. Just a nice little wrap up on how to get rid of entire species. It's just use Thanos. But for the most part, he's going to be coming after the gods because they didn't help his species to essentially stay alive. And of course, he's coming after Thor. Oh, did I just lose my camera? No. Okay. I think I'm okay. Sorry. The screen went blank on my camera, so I didn't know if I'm okay. But according to the live stream, I'm okay. So, fingers crossed. Anyway, he plays Gore the God Butcher, and he's just essentially coming after all of the gods. Now, most of which are already dead, including... What's his dad's name? What's Thor and Loki's dad's name? Something Odinson. I'm not gonna... Anthony Hopkins. He already died. I'm sure there's some other gods that have died. How that relates to Natalie Portman having to take up the mantle, I don't know. But it should be interesting regardless. Alright, let's check on... Now that was pretty much all the rapid fire stuff. Everything else is going to be actually trailers and something to show you, and not just me showing you a picture and talking, except for one thing. But that one we're going to go a little bit deeper. Alright, Pax is in the house. What's up, man? Are you doing a live stream tonight? I don't remember. I didn't see one, but you could have put it up since I've started. Archer's driving. Is it going out for everyone else? Hopefully I'm not going out. We'll see. Well, going in and out. I forget his name too. I don't remember. Now I'm gonna have to look it up. See, this is the freedom that I now have by having a dedicated camera, is I can use my phone. Thor, Dad. Not Dad Bod, but Odin. Oh, it's just Odin. Well, I feel stupid. It was just Odin, was Anthony Hopkins' character. But he died, and so now they're going to be coming after Thor because they didn't save his species. But yeah, that's pretty much the rapid fire stuff. So now we're going to move on to some actual visual stuff for those watching here on the live stream, and Archer, who's driving. Hopefully you're keeping your eyes off of the phone. But we're first going to talk about the WandaVision trailer. So this is a new trailer that just recently came out along with the Investor Day. Also, to answer my question, Pax is not streaming. He will be doing it tomorrow, though. Good to know. The WandaVision trailer recently came out. It's coming out soon, I think January. So we're getting to the time where this is about to come out. So hopefully we're going to get some cool stuff. We're going to watch the trailer right now. I haven't watched it yet. And then we'll take it from there. So let's watch WandaVision. Oh, I forgot about all these other trailers that I loaded. I loaded like a bunch of trailers. I'm wasting a lot of time. WandaVision is first. Let's get into that.
So what's a single gal like you doing rattling around this big house?
Well, I assure you, I'm married to a man, a human one.
Wanda.
What's its ring? And I ran. Why do you sleep out the night?
We are an unusual couple.
Oh, I don't think that was ever in question.
We just don't know what to expect.
Howdy, neighbors.
Hey, bud.
Wanda, what's up?
Who are you?
I don't know.
I think something's wrong here.
Wanda, can you read me? Who's doing this to you?
Are you here to help us? This is our home.
Then let's fight for it.
Well, I think we handled that well.
Okay, so that was the trailer for WandaVision. I am super confused. It kind of looked like they were really heading for, like, when they have those black and white scenes, it reminds me so much of like the I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched type of shows. It looks very much like that, with like very sitcom-y type of things. It looks like they're gonna kind of do a sitcoms through the ages, but with that Marvel Wanda and Vision twist. Based on what they said, she's either being held somewhere or something to that degree. From what I remember, I mean, I don't think either of them were in Endgame. Oh, they were in Endgame. That's a lie. They were in Endgame. They were like fighting off. Was that Endgame where they were in like Prague and then got attacked? Yeah, because Captain America had the beard. So it's in Endgame that they. No, wait. That had to be Infinity War. That was the last time I remember seeing them, was in Infinity War, when Thanos was like wrecking through them. He takes the gem out of Vision's head, and then like Wanda tries to kill him. That's all the last thing that I remember. So where the heck is Wanda? I have no idea. She seems, based on what they're saying here, she could be being held somewhere and like being maybe experimented on, and someone's trying to get in communication with her, maybe like telepathically or something like that. But honestly, I have no idea what to expect from this show. It looked really cheesy to start with, and then like as it got on, it like obviously evolved into more of a modern show, which looks interesting. But it also kind of doesn't look that great to me. I don't know if I'm the only one that thought that, but like the older stuff when they have them in like the black and white and like that very sitcom-y, that looks more interesting than to whatever's happening in reality. And we know that she's probably going to have something to do with the multiverse, and like the multiverse of madness, as I do believe she is going to be in Doctor Strange 2. So there's going to be some dynamic there to get her out of whatever she's in here. I'll still watch it, don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of confused by it more than anything else. Pax was also confused by the trailer. Good to know that I wasn't alone. Is it a movie or TV show? It's a TV show from what I can tell. I don't know how many parts it's going to be. Disney Plus seems to like to do like a lot of 8-part in terms of episodes. So at least that's what they've done with The Mandalorian for 2 seasons. But I wouldn't be surprised if it goes right around 8 to 10 episodes. But it is a show, supposedly. I Love Lucy kind of like, yeah, exactly. So, am I going to watch it? Yes. Am I like itching for it? Not really. So that kind of piggybacks off of that, and we're going to talk about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which also had a trailer that came out. Now this one comes out in March, which I feel like this one, because it's more of like an action-y type of show, not so much dealing with weird stuff, I feel like that's why I'm more excited for it. But the Wanda one gave me the impression that because it might be weird, it might be more up my alley than what's going to happen in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But let's watch the trailer for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and let's find out. So let's go ahead and switch over to that one. Here we go.
The legacy of that shield is complicated.
The world is upside down. People need something to get behind. They need the symbol.
So what's our plan? So no plan.
Great.
What's going on in that cyborg brain of yours?
You don't want to know.
Oh, yeah, I can see it working. Gears turning. Oh, they're malfunctioning. They're on fire.
God, I hate you.
Okay, that was Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Let's put the poster back up while we have it here. Sorry, there we go. Okay, let's check out whatever was in the comments. I saw some comments come in while I was watching the trailer, so let's see what that had to say. Think we'll watch it, but it looks kind of confusing. I agree. Take that back down. Wanda vanished in the snap, is what Archer says. So if Archer said it, then he's probably right. I just remember them kind of, that was the last moment that I remember. Hey, Ryan's in the house. What's up? Thank you for joining us. So far, we're just going over a lot of the things that happened with Disney and Marvel on Investor Day, which happened just a few days ago. I believe Archer also did a video like 25 minutes about most of these things. So if you also want to check out his channel, Hey Archer on YouTube, highly recommend it. Also recommend Pax's streams. He's not streaming till tomorrow, but it looks like he's probably one of the best ones to hang out with. If you need to get something done, go head over to his channel. All right, so Falcon and the Winter Soldier looks better based on the trailer. I would agree with that. So let's talk about that. So in comparison between Falcon and the Winter Soldier and WandaVision looks interesting from like a dramatic, this can go any direction standpoint. Falcon and the Winter Soldier looks like it's definitely more of an action-driven style, which is not surprising. It doesn't look like that either one really wants to take up the mantle of Captain America, at least yet. So they are going to focus very much on them being just these two guys trying to figure out what to do with this legacy. I doubt that we're going to get quite to the point of Captain America Falcon. I think he has a name. I think it's like Captain Falcon or something like that. When Falcon takes on the persona of Captain America, maybe just calls himself Captain America and it's a new look. But I think that's what they're headed towards. But that probably won't be seen until, I'm guessing, the end of the season. He'll maybe start wanting to go that direction. But it definitely looks a lot more interesting in terms of a story. It's not so much in a box like WandaVision is. What I mean by that is we're just seeing in WandaVision what's possibly happening in Wanda's created space or even her mind, wherever she is. Whereas this one, it actually maybe has some stakes into what's playing into the Marvel Universe as a whole. Whatever's going on here, obviously something with Zemo. He was supposed to be killed at the end of Civil War, but Black Panther stopped him from shooting himself, and he essentially got arrested. So how that's going to play in, I don't know yet, but I do like the dynamic between Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan in this one. It looks like it's still fun. It's still kind of got that buddy cop tension type of thing between the two that we saw from Civil War. But for the most part, it actually looks pretty fun. A lot more stakes. It does seem a lot more intense. But hopefully it will be just as good. Sad that we have to wait until March for this one, but I'm still excited for it. I think I'm still more excited than WandaVision. You're welcome, Pax. Happy to shout you, Archer, the whole team out anytime. All the previews for the new shows looking interesting. I agree. There are some interesting things happening here. So we're gonna skip out. That's a lie. We're gonna stay with Marvel. I should have done these other two trailers earlier, but I might skip them because they're super short. So then we also have a trailer for Ms. Marvel. I believe this also is going to be a series. I don't have a poster for it, but let's check it out together.
Ms. Marvel is a new kind of superhero, but at the core of all of it, her story is so universal.
Ms. Marvel is one of the newer characters in the Marvel comics. And when one comes in that grabs the world's imagination like this, the questions are, when are we going to bring Ms. Marvel to the screen?
When Ms. Marvel first came out, we had such an incredible reaction.
It was so incredibly popular because everybody could see themselves in her.
I never saw a young teenager of color, specifically a Pakistani, in a comic book. Are you kidding?
You promised you'd be cool.
I am cool.
The casting process was vast. When we discovered Iman, we knew that she was Kamala Khan.
It was unanimous decision.
Yeah, I can't comprehend this right now.
And then, of course, we've got a really incredible team of directors: Bilal Fallah, Adel Al-Arabi, Mira Menon, and Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy. And all of them are taking the material and elevating it.
So human. It's about a teenager figuring out who she is and about relationships. Family and friendship is at the heart of the MCU canon. That's what's so exciting about the story that we're bringing, is that we're going to introduce you to a new family that's also going to be part of the wider MCU.
Okay, I think that kind of gave you most of the information. I think the most interesting piece about Ms. Marvel, I think she was the main character in the Marvel Avengers game that recently came out. I never got to play it, but she was one of the main characters of that. I do like that she's a girl, giving more than just like Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel, like big names characters for girls to look up to. So I like that a lot. I like that she is not just another white lady and she's like a teen. So it's a very good role model type of character, and they're using a lot of minorities to put into this roles for not only the cast but also the directors and it seems like the writers. So I like that stuff. But I don't really know much about the character. I don't have much of a draw to her. So I don't know if I'll watch it unless I hear really good stuff about it. And even then, I probably won't watch it right away. For example, I've been recommended Stargirl for like the past 6 months, and I still haven't watched it. So it's nothing against the show. It's just, I don't know, there's just nothing connecting it to me, I guess. And I'm sure it's a great message for a lot of people, but it's just maybe just a not for me type of thing. I think it's interesting, but it would be probably a long time until I get around to watching it. Anybody have any comments on that? It's going to be hard for me to personally to not see Steve Rogers. I agree. It's going to be very difficult. We've watched Chris Evans be Captain America for like 10, 11 years. So watching anybody else take up that mantle, but I think they're going to slowly transition into that. Don't know about that one. Pax, I mean, I'm kind of on the same page with you. Like, it has that Stargirl look to it for me. Not quite as low budget visually for me, at least for Stargirl. A little bit on that same page, very kind of CW-ish. But I just, it doesn't interest me. Haven't seen Stargirl either. Yeah, it's on HBO Max. I haven't checked it out yet. Yes, we're talking about Ms. Marvel. Sorry, I forgot you were kind of have your hands busy. So yes. Yeah, we're talking about Ms. Marvel. It's just sort of a grayish area for me. I need to watch Archer's video because he went over it too, and I feel like we didn't get to see much in that trailer. It's just like, hey, we're gonna make a show about this character. Okay, cool. Call me when you actually have more interesting stuff to show me. But overall, I think it'll be interesting, just maybe not my cup of tea. All right, moving right along. Let's watch something we know a little bit more about, and that is Loki. We got our first trailer for that, so let's roll it.
Get your hands off.
You're taking me somewhere to kill me.
No, I'm taking you someplace to talk.
Where I lie, don't like to talk.
But you do like to lie, which you just did. Because we both know you love to talk. Talky.
How long have you been here?
I don't know, it's hard to say. You know, time passes differently here in the TVA.
What does that mean?
You'll catch up.
Glorious.
Okay, so that was our first look at Loki. I have to say I'm pretty intrigued. I don't think that I had that much interest in it to begin with, but it looks kind of cool. They had the first couple of minutes, which was just playing what happened last with Loki at the end, or in Endgame, when he got the Tesseract and just kind of bolted out of there. That I was just kind of like, okay, are we going anywhere with this? But there's a lot of interesting things here. There was like that Black Widow in the background, or like Black Widow sitting on something scene. Loki kind of like in a desolate New York with the Avengers Tower in the back. A bunch of weird stuff. Owen Wilson, I see Pax is Pax is in here saying Owen Wilson. I'm surprised too, but it looks pretty cool. Like, I don't know much about the V or TVA, whatever it's called that he's in. But if there's like a secret society that's doing like weird stuff and like either magic is related or some kind of weird tech and what kind of looked like was happening here, I'm all for it. Like, it just looked so weird that it just hit the right buttons. I think this is the right amount of weird for me that just works. WandaVision is weird on its own scale, but this one, okay, go with me here. I feel like WandaVision fits in a weird that like Stranger Things does. Not that it necessarily is like boring or anything like that, but it's more like small town weird stuff is happening. That's what WandaVision is. What this one is, it's weird on like cosmic, interdimensional, secret society, like John Wick, assassin, hotel, prisoner. I don't even know. It's like Suicide Squad, but for Loki. Like, it looks so weird and so good at the same time. I can't wait for that one. That one is one that I'm definitely interested in. And I think, don't hold me to this, but I'm pretty sure when he was on that plane and then like said like Loki, or not Loki, brother and Heimdall, you better be ready, and like they catch him, that leads me to believe that that's gonna maybe can have him connect to be in Thor 4, Love and Thunder, like we were talking about earlier. But I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be DB Cooper, which is a guy who like robbed like a bank or whatever and then like jumped out of a plane. I think he might be DB Cooper. Cause like he had bags and stuff. Like, I don't know if maybe that's just me, but that would explain like the whole like DB Cooper was never found. And that just kind of works. I hope that's what they're going for. Scooby agrees, super entertaining. Interesting, not sure how that will play about, but interesting, a bit underwhelmed. I don't know, it seemed like it just kind of seemed interesting to me. All these being about different realities that you'll need to watch everything. Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like that if you don't watch it all, that you miss out. I feel like that's kind of what's going on for me for a lot of the Star Wars stuff. Like, I haven't watched Mandalorian Season 2 yet. The last episode is this Friday, I believe. But I want to binge watch it. But I know already, without having watched it, there are several things that are going to happen or name drop that are related to things that I have no idea about because I haven't watched all of Clone Wars. I haven't watched all of Rebels. There's all these things that maybe I'm not super familiar with because I haven't seen the whole thing. So now I don't know, do I need to go back? Marvel's a little bit easier because I've been following it the entire time. Star Wars is a little bit different of a monster, but it's that same concept is, do I have to see everything to understand what's going on or one single reference? I mean, that's kind of been their plan all along, but I don't know how to feel about it. Oh, Scooby has a fun fact. I'm from an area in Kentucky where there's a TVA that kicked out a bunch of people out of their homes in the early 1900s. Not a nice group. That is a fun fact. I hope that you weren't connected with that. I bet it's really police hunting him. We'll see. Pax agrees. I don't think Wanda touches Stranger Things, but no, I don't mean that they're the same thing. I meant like in terms of scale and scope. Like Stranger Things happens within Hawkins, Indiana. I think WandaVision will take place within this neighborhood, within this city, like small town, not necessarily anything to do with like grander scheme things. That's the connection I was trying to make. Interesting history. I agree. We're up in that area. Like Loki looked really interesting in the beginning of the trailer because we have seen that before, but I lost interest a bit. Okay, I mean that's fair. It's not gonna hit everybody. I think there were some things where I was like, okay, what does this have to do with anything? But like that little hallway fight and whatever this TVA thing is and all that stuff and how it relates to him and whatever secret mission, maybe being DB Cooper, like I said, how that connects. I think that looks super fun. Before your time. Okay, that's good. Sorry, I don't know. I'm terrible with these things. Okay, so we've got a couple more things to go. One thing I'm really, well, two things I'm really excited about, two things I'm not. So let's do the things that I'm not, which are not Marvel and well, I guess not, they're all Disney related, but not Marvel related. We're gonna jump off that bandwagon and then we're gonna get right back onto it after these two things that I totally forgot to talk about at the beginning. So we have two trailers or two somethings. One is for Pinocchio, the other one is for Peter Pan and Wendy. We're gonna start out with Pinocchio. These are supposed to be super short. I think they're just like first looks. So we'll go through both of those and then we'll jump back into the Marvel fun stuff that we can all talk about. So let's talk about Pinocchio first. As I suspected, that basically told us nothing. That was like 30 seconds of nothing. So apparently they're making a Pinocchio again. I don't know if it's live action or animated. I know that Tom Hanks, I'm pretty sure Tom Hanks is supposed to be Geppetto. But everything else, it looks like it's animated, but it's also kind of like first look teaser stuff. So I'm not 100% sure exactly what it is. I think it's just like, hey, we're making this. Cool. Again, I feel like it's nice to know, but don't tell me you're making, like, you're super want to show me something without like something to show me, if that makes any sense. I know that this situation in the world has been causing a lot of issues, but I want to see something. If you want to show me something that makes me get excited. Pinocchio is one of those characters that I've never really cared about, so seeing this version and the whole Disney going back through their library and just remaking everything, I'm not interested in it at all. And that kind of makes me concerned for this next trailer, which is Peter Pan and Wendy. But I mean, there's not much to say. It was like less than 30 seconds of a trailer for Pinocchio. It looked exactly like the original cartoon, just more 3D. But let's see if Peter Pan and Wendy can change my mind, because that one just didn't leave a very good taste in my mouth. So let's check out Peter Pan and Wendy. That showed nothing. There was no point to that. What was the point of that? Like, I get it. Peter Pan takes place in London. They fly off to Neverland, and that's it. Like, I saw the ship in the clouds type of thing, but don't show me something unless you have something to show me. That's not showing me anything. That's just giving a visual quick cut of stuff we already know. Like, show me Peter Pan, show me Wendy, show me something happening, show me Hook, show me the alligator. Tease that stuff. This is just the clock and some just iconic things from it, just in a panning shot. Like, it doesn't really give me anything. Give me something if you want me to be excited about it. Now I'm less excited about it because of that. God. I don't even know what you guys are saying here. Wow, there were a lot of comments in the last little bit. Yes, we're talking about Quantum Leap. Pax says Pinocchio. Yes, apparently. I mean, if you want to call it that. Another remake, yes. Pinocchio is my favorite Disney movie, so they better not mess it up. If Tom Hanks is in it, I gotta give it a little bit of credit. I think that's the best thing you can hope for. Pax agrees with me. Quantum Leap, good call. Oh yeah, Quantum Leap, good point. Archer's home now. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Okay, show me something. Don't just tell me, show me. This is a rule in cinematography and film. Yeah, exactly. They didn't show, they just show you teases of pieces of art. Like, it doesn't show me anything. Archer, I agree. These are the best trailers ever. Pinocchio was better. Best trailer. Neither. Let's watch something else, because it's been 40 minutes. That was the worst, like, 3 minutes of my life. Between talking about it and watching those, highly regret. Okay, let's watch something. So we have something interesting. We watched that, watch that. Okay, so we got 2 things to talk about left. Well, 2, sorry. I should only hold up one hand. We got 2 things left to talk about, which is going to be a trailer related thing, and one is just pure speculation. So let's watch the trailer first, and then we'll just talk, and then we'll wrap it up. So we have a trailer, I think it's a trailer, for Marvel's What If, which was probably something that I've been looking forward to the most from Marvel. It's just a big sort of what if something else was different about the MCU. I know there's a Black Panther one. What if Peggy Carter was Captain America? There's like a zombie Captain America something. I don't know, but it looks crazy, and let's check it out together.
Space. Time. Reality. It's more than a linear path. It's a prism of endless possibility.
Well, that doesn't sound ominous at all.
I was promised an army.
You have a super soldier.
You sure don't seem too freaked out about all this, kid. What you doing out there all by yourself anyway?
Exploring the world.
Sounds fun. But why stop at one world when we can show you all of them?
I am the Watcher. I am your guide through these vast new realities. Follow me and dare to face the unknown. And ponder the question. What if?
Give me the tour.
Wow. That was the best thing I've seen today. I'm sorry, but that was cool. The animation looks insane. All the just like what if stuff. T'Challa being Star-Lord, Peggy Carter being Captain America, or Captain Britain in this case. The weird stuff happening with Doctor Strange. That was the coolest thing I've seen all day. That is something that I cannot wait to see. That looks, oh my god, that's one of the most epic things I've seen. I literally had chills towards the end of that trailer. Wow, that was good. That is the kind of stuff that I want to see. That was amazing. Why is this not more talked about? Pumped for Hawkeye. Was there a trailer? I'll say Archer check. I know that there were some pictures of like Kate Bishop that came out, but I didn't know about a trailer. Tom Hanks is in it. I'm down for sure. Great actor. Yes, I agree. Tom Hanks is like the America's dad. Best trailer today. I agree. Oh, I closed it. I agree. This is one of the best trailers. It's the best ideas. It's the same as like the DC Elseworld stuff where just they can do whatever they want. It doesn't have to fit into a continuity. It's just fun ideas. Like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the kind of things I want to see from Marvel and DC. I want to see how weird they can get, but still keep the characters that we know and love. I don't really care about, quite frankly, Ms. Marvel. I want to see some weird, cool stuff like what's happening in this What If. I don't know when it comes out, but I'm going to be watching every single one immediately, multiple times. I am absolutely stunned. That was fantastic. Holy crap. Show me, don't tell me type of trailer. Exactly. I have no idea what the story of some of those are or how it's going to fit in context. I don't know if it's like very individual episodes, but we saw characters we know. We saw characters we know in different situations. I'm just blown away. I'm going to have to watch that trailer again later. I am blown away. That was amazing. That was one I'm most excited to see and don't really watch too much cartoon shows anymore. Exactly. Wow, that was so good. What If was dope. I'm hyped. Yes, please. I can't wait. I think you watched it on yours as well. Your recent video. I can't wait to check that one out. Look up Hawkeye. All right. Let's look up Hawkeye really quick. Hawkeye trailer? Forget my computer's super slow while... Okay, so while my computer continues to be the slowest thing on the planet while I'm streaming, let's talk about the last thing, which is... It's not a trailer. There's no trailer information or anything like that, but... Also, if you've been here, hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up if you like this video. Also, while you're down there, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Oh, my thing just loaded here. Okay, so there is apparently a... When did this come out? Marvel's Hawkeye New Legacy. Is this recent? My computer's being slower than slow. And it's wanting to hate me right now. I gotta take it into the shop to get checked because I don't know why it's just being so slow lately. Alright, we're gonna skip the Hawkeye one. Despite me wanting to watch it, we're just gonna say that it looks cool. Excited for Kate Bishop. But the last thing that I want to talk about is the Fantastic Four, Marvel's first family. It's been confirmed, and I mean, I'm not really surprised once they got acquired by Disney. Hold on, I want to make sure this doesn't start playing in the background. Okay. So yeah, so no surprise that Fantastic Four has now been acquired. They're going to be doing it. It's going to be directed by John Watts, who directed Spider-Man Homecoming and Far From Home. I believe he's also directing the third Spider-Man, still untitled, but I'm still pretty excited for it, but I'm also concerned. Not necessarily that I think that the MCU version of these characters will be bad, but my concern is more that we're possibly going to get more of the same. I feel like the Fantastic Four is one of the easiest but most difficult stories to nail. It's very simple. These characters were out in space, they got their powers, and then like came back and now they have these powers. They just sort of live in a tall building in New York and just rock out. Like there's no real like big arc, I feel like, for them, which is the most difficult thing to tackle, other than how do we be human with these powers. And especially like Ben Grimm being like the Thing, he has the same story all the time. I'm just concerned of more of the same. And I was fine with the Fantastic Four from the early 2000s with Chris Evans and Jessica Alba. Those ones were fine for what they were. I didn't think they were like the world's best thing, but for the most part, they were still pretty good. And I think that, speaking from my own personal viewing, I think a lot of people would agree that the Fantastic Four reboot was not that great. It had a bunch of its own problems, but for the most part, I mean, it worked. The first half, the second half, not so much, but it was decent in the first half, and then it just went all downhill. But I don't want to see the Fantastic Four that badly. I think it's exciting to see them, but them just getting their own thing right out of the gate might be a little bit more not for me. I mean, I don't know. I'm excited, but like cautiously optimistic more than anything. I'm not going to do it here, but in a future video, I will. I'll make its own dedicated video. We're going to talk about maybe what could happen. We're going to talk about who could possibly be in the Fantastic Four. So start getting your lists ready for when that video comes out, so I can put it in the comments, and we'll start working on that. See if there's some comments here. Saw there was an Easter egg in a future Marvel movie that will introduce a villain from the Fantastic Four to lead into a new movie for them. Oh, that's cool. Never saw Fan 4. Fan 4 stick, the reboot. Watch the first half. Don't watch the second. Well, I mean, you kind of have to watch the second half. It had a lot of interesting ideas and a lot of things that like did really go that extra mile into what you wanted to see in a more dark and gritty Fantastic Four, but for the most part it just kind of flopped, which it's still worth a watch if you're a fan of Marvel and like comic book movies and these characters. But for the most part, if you just watch the first two, or back in the early 2000s, even just the first one, you get it. You don't really need to watch all the other ones. But it's exciting to see what's considered Marvel's first family in the MCU, how it's going to connect now that the director of Spider-Man is going to be involved. That should be interesting. I feel like it's going to kind of follow down the same path as the first two, being kind of more campy than anything else, but we'll see where it goes and see where it lands. Like I said, I'll have a feature video on it upcoming in the future. I don't know if it's going to be on this channel or if it's going to be on the AAC channel, Animated Apparel Company, which is a channel that I've been doing some videos for. We'll be having a video upcoming soon regarding Spider-Man, so make sure you subscribe over to their channel. Also check out their store. I think I deleted it, but it's animatedapparelcompany.com. They have a bunch of cool merch, t-shirts from all across nerdy culture. They have some cool cyberpunk stuff that just came out. Have a special code. It's Aaron20, all capitals, AARON20, and you can get 20% off of your order. They hooked me up with that code if you guys want to ever check anything out. They have some cool Sonic shirts and hoodies that I was probably going to get myself, so make sure you check them out. But that was pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I'm trying to keep it under an hour, and we're at 52, so hopefully we can wrap this up. That's pretty much all the stuff that I had. Highlight of the day, for sure, or evening, for me, had to be that Marvel What If trailer. Number 2 was probably, I'll say it's a tie between Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Loki. They're kind of in the same road in terms of how I'm feeling about them. But for the most part, they're pretty okay. What's this? What's up, Ryan? Have you ever seen the documentary of the original Fantastic Four that was going to be made in the 90s? I know about it, but I haven't watched the documentary. But I'll try and track it down, the documentary, and watch that as well. Bye, Scooby. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up the live stream. I did want to mention, though, make sure you guys come back for next week. Next week's live stream will be very special. We are going to be doing the 300 subscriber live stream watch party of Die Hard. So make sure you guys come back. It's still going to be Sunday. It's still going to be 7 o'clock. I'm trying to work out a best way to do it. You can watch it on HBO Max with me. I'm trying to set up something through what's called Screener, where you can basically like share the movie and watch it all instead of like a live chat room. It's considered a theater with your friends. I'm looking into that, if that could be a possibility. For the most part, I'll probably just stream it and then like watch it on the side or something. But if you guys didn't want to come hang out with me, watch Die Hard, that would be super fun. If you haven't already, check out the video that I did just came out yesterday. Sorry, I had to think about it. Which is discussing if Die Hard is or is not a Christmas movie. Check out that video. Also, I have a new cinematic late every single Thursday, as well as I go live right here on YouTube on Sunday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern time. But that's pretty much all I have for now. Also, I'm going to be announcing the winner of the 300 subscriber giveaway. That'll be upcoming soon. I don't know if it's going to be next week or sooner, but that will be happening very soon. Loki was the highlight for Scooby. Yes. Oh, Pax hasn't seen it. Okay, so Pax, make sure you are here next Sunday. Clear your schedule, or at least push back your live stream if you want to watch the whole movie, because I stream at 7 and you stream at 9 my time, I believe. So actually it might work out. It's about a 2-hour movie. So you might be able to watch it and then just immediately jump on your stream. But yeah, that's the plan for next week. So I'm super excited for that. I'll give more details as we go along and set it up. But yeah, that's really all I have for now. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Smash the like button, share all the videos, subscribe, do all the good stuff. And I will see you guys next week for the 300 subscribers live stream watch party. And that's all I have for now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you next week.